Hello folks, it's Anahita Rao, and I wanted to speak about something a bit lighter today, more fun. I think we've been too serious recently because there's just so much going on, and we're all hearing all the sort of the negative news and the doom and gloom. So I thought, let me do a series of something a bit more fun, a bit more light, and I'm going to do this over the next few days, and I'll sort of post it one by one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each nakshatra, all 27 of them, and I'm going to talk about compatibility for each of them. Yeah. We all know relationship compatibility is a very popular topic, and it's much more complex than just looking at the moon placement. But the moon placement, and more importantly the nakshatra placement of the moon, is the key to understanding compatibility. So first I'm going to just talk a little bit about what is a nakshatra for those who are new to Vedic astrology. The heart of Vedic astrology is in fact nakshatras. Originally Jyotish was focused on nakshatras only, which is the movement of the moon through the constellations, rather than the sign, which is the movement of the sun. Nakshatra is basically a fixed star constellation in the sky where the planets are transiting. I would describe it. I would describe nakshatras as the passive but potent force which need the planets to activate them. Yeah. So it's vital to note the nakshatra placement, as this will reveal the inner motivation and the attributes of the planets that reside there or transit there. In fact, the calculations and predictions in Vedic astrology are made from the vantage point of the moon transiting a specific nakshatra at the time of your birth. The controlling planet of the nakshatra must be seen for its impact, as well as the deity that rules the nakshatra, to assess the entire situation and to see what's going on. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. We're going to look at nakshatra compatibility and see your best match from your moon sign. If you don't know where your moon was situated when you were born, then you can go to the chart calculator on my website, which is there for free, and you plug in your details. It should pop up with your moon's nakshatra. Remember, this is the sidereal system, so it may place your moon in a different sign altogether from the tropical or the western placement. And for those who are watching all of the nakshatra videos, please note that this little intro will be repeated in all of the videos. Yeah, one more final thing I wanted to say about compatibility is that when it comes to looking for a match, this is just sort of a common sense thing, I guess, but it's very important. Please see goodness where it lies, rather than hoping for goodness where it does not exist. Yeah. We're all guilty of being with people that are not good to us or for us, in the hopes that they will be someday. So just don't get caught up in that illusion. Yeah. Astrology can, remember, astrology can only guide us, but we make the final call. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started with the nakshatra compatibility videos. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about DHANISHTA. For you, your ideal life partner is Shatabisha, and your most challenging life partner would be Uttara Bhadrapada. DHANISHTA and Ashwini. When you meet Ashwini, there is an instant attraction. but the sparks can fizzle out just as quickly. They can give you lots of excitement and fun. You don't ask for commitment, but this can be a mistake, as you may be leaving loopholes to allow either of you to get out very quickly. DHANISHTA and Bharani. Attraction can be very limited, as this is your sexually incompatible relationship. Both of your animal signs, the lion and the elephant, want to dominate. While your spiritual side can keep you fulfilled, Bharani can become restless and unhappy without sensual fulfillment. This can lead to affairs or a lack of love. DHANISHTA and Kritika. You fall for the shy warmth of Kritika. You can be good friends, share lots of passion, and be happy together as your relationship balances your mutual strengths and weaknesses. You instinctively respond to Kritika's needs, and they remain loyal, loving you through the different phases of life, even the difficult ones. So this is a good one. DHANISHTA and Rohini. You're entranced by the beautiful and charming Rohini, but their indecisive and changeable nature does not appeal to you one bit. Rohini are romantic and possessive. You enjoy the romance, but you hate the constraints of possession. You're not usually indulgent of Rohini's moods and will forever question their emotionalism. DHANISHTA and Mrigashira. Your relationship can be a perpetual battlefield, with both of you sporting emotional scars from your no-holds-barred fights. Mrigashira try to dominate you intellectually, criticizing you often, and you're not willing to take such criticism. DHANISHTA and Ardra. Your relationship suffers from lack of trust. You never try to understand Ardra's emotional vulnerability, seeing them as strong, analytical, and unnecessarily dissatisfied with life. While you get along well with them, your relationship can remain superficial. Their need for secrecy can also spark some fights. DHANISHTA and Punarvasu. You can be good friends, but the moment you get serious, your expectations of each other can weigh the relationship down. You have to stop expecting the world from them and love them like you did when you were just friends. The moment this pressure lifts, Punarvasu start being natural, free, and loving. DHANISHTA and Pushya. Challenging. Pushya can be too dogmatic and inflexible for you. They tend to expect you to follow their agenda. And this is, of course, the Mars and Saturn connection, which has its challenges. They put conditions on love that are impossible to fulfill. You can feel locked in a cage, frustrated and angry. This can easily spiral into very negative behavior towards each other. So this is a challenging one for sure. DHANISHTA and Ashlisha. You want to experience the excitement of the hypnotic and mysterious Ashlisha. You're very different personalities, but you're attracted to the differences. Ashlisha are quite idealistic about love, and you can fulfill their needs in many ways. Be careful that your independent natures don't make you drift apart, though. DHANISHTA and Magha. Learn about the Magha insecurities and complexes. They can appear haughty and self-important. Remember that Magha sign, the rat, is the smallest animal in the nakshatras. So they can feel powerless in front of the mighty lion. And treat them kindly, allow them their occasional arrogance, because you know who is the powerful one, regardless of the appearances. DHANISHTA and Purva Falguni. When you meet Purva Falguni, there is instant attraction. When passion fizzles out, there may be nothing left for you to hold together. You hate Purva Falguni's incessant desire for socializing. Bad behavior and inability to compromise are the result of your rulers, Mars and Venus, causing dissatisfaction with each other. So just be watchful for that. DHANISHTA and Uttara Falguni. Uttara Falguni cause you stress by being dissatisfied. You're not the cause of their dissatisfaction. It's just the way they are. Even if you build them a Taj Mahal, they'll find reasons for being discontented. So if you can love this quality about them and take it with a pinch of salt, then this relationship can work. DHANISHTA and Hasta. You fall for Hasta's sophistication and you admire their independence. You woo them. Hasta will love and care for you deeply. But when you discover their poor self-image, you're not always able to be supportive. You don't want to give up your independence for their emotionalism. And Dhanishta and Chitra, you're too similar, dominant, controlling, and strong. Your relationship is passionate and exciting, but the passions burn out quickly. Then you become competitive, leaving no room for love. You don't have to win every argument. Learning to give in promotes happiness. Dhanishta and Swati. Swati are different. They thrill at challenging mediocrity and going against the grain. You love their volatile and unconventional personality. They're earthy lovers, and you like the contrast between their sophisticated persona and raw, primal sexuality. Dhanishta and Vishaka. Vishaka can be your great friend. They can understand your angst and support you. They have the knack to calm you down and make you feel loved. You develop a lasting bond with them. Dhanishta and Anuradha. Anuradha's expectations from you can be unrealistic and full of illusions. They can get obsessive about you and just want to be part of your life. Take care you don't hurt them. Keep a distance from the start if that's not what you want, because they can fall for you so completely that you'll find it difficult to detach. Dhanishta and Jaista. You fall for the fast-thinking, quick-witted Jaista. You love the way that they can be different with different people at different times. And you don't feel threatened by their independent nature. You also connect strongly to their spiritual journey, being able to support them through their difficulties as you've already made this journey yourself. Dhanishta and Mula. Yours can be a volatile relationship, but when the going gets tough, you will support and love each other. Mula are complex. They're restless. And they're also a bit unsure of your direction. You understand their search. You help them find their roots so that they can be secure. You're usually willing to sacrifice a lot to make them happy. Dhanishta and Purvashada. So this is another Mars-Venus connection. Strong passions are short-lived though. Without the intense sexual energy, your relationship seems boring. There are hardly any mutual interests to bind you. You think of Purvashada as confused and unable to live up to their promises. Dhanishta and Uttarashada. Uttarashada are unconventional. They can be detached. Their inability to understand the subtleties of love tends to rub you the wrong way. You can be too competitive, passionate one moment and at war the next with each other. So if you can find a happy balance, this can work. Dhanishta and Shravan. You love the way Shravan think about every aspect of your relationship and how to make it work. They can develop an instinctive understanding of you. You'll always be protective of your Shravan love. This one can work. Dhanishta with another Dhanishta. These relationships can be exhilarating. Your passions will be strong and demanding. There's never a middle ground in your relationship with another Dhanishta. You want everything. Your fights will be legendary, but making up can also be fun. So talk about your feelings and stop demanding the impossible. And Dhanishta and Shatabhishak. You're very attracted to the mysticism and shadows that surround Shatabhishak. You're happy to be in love with them. You need your independence, and you're happy for them to have theirs. If they hurt you, if they hurt you, you will hurt them back. But generally, they're quite careful with you because they also care about you. So this is a very good relationship. Dhanishta and Purvabhadrapada. They are your ideal partner. You demand respect and will fight with them if you don't get it. Whatever the rules are for them apply to you as well. If they want to be independent, so will you. You don't give in to them or expect them to do so either. And this is an equal partnership, and it can work very well because that is actually what you're seeking. Dhanishta and Uttarabhadrapada. They don't always take notice of what you want. They're happy in their own world and will not bow down to your superiority. You may feel they cramp your style. They don't give you the excitement that you seek. And they never appreciate you enough. It's not a good match. Dhanishta and Revathi. Your worst sexual partner. Again, we're talking about the lion and the elephant. The instinctive barriers that you have set up become areas of discord. Both of you have powerful needs, but Revathi can demand you respect them and honor them. You're not so willing to comply. You can be arrogant and they can be fussy. Both of you may not find a common ground.